Pullman is community area number 50 in Chicago. It's about 14 miles southeast of the Loop, which is community area number 32. It was founded by a guy named George Pullman, who purchased the land west of Lake Calumet for his factory. You're probably saying, that must be some factory. What do they make? Steel? Nope. Timber? Nope. Beef? Nope. They made luxury train cars, of course. Back in the 1800s, the fastest way to travel long distances was by train. The ride was bumpy, boring, and miserable, and many of the passengers trashed their car by acting like a bunch of assholes. George Pullman believed that if a guy was surrounded by luxury, he'd act classier. In other words, they wouldn't sleep with their muddy boots on and spit tobacco on the floor. This philosophy would be used in his new city for his employees. If their surroundings are nice, they'll behave nice. So Pullman had his employees live in nice housing units near the factory. They had to pay rent, but that's fair, right? Also, alcohol was forbidden in Pullman. Pullman was lauded as a businessman who could make his workers happy, so they wouldn't start unions. However, in 1893 there was an economic depression, and George Pullman laid off workers and cut wages. He refused, however, to reduce rent for the Pullman housing, which understandably irritated the tenants. It irritated them so much that when George Pullman died in 1897, he was buried at night in a lead-lined coffin inside a steel and concrete vault, so his body wouldn't be desecrated. In 1899, Pullman City was annexed into the city of Chicago, and it's become a dangerous neighborhood. I visited the area where George Pullman's luxury cars were made, and it's now a National Historical Park that has a visitor center, a museum, and that museum wouldn't be complete without a visit to George Pullman's boyhood gift shop.
Well, now that I'm like, yeah.
The houses that the workers rented are still there, but the area has an abandoned, creepy, Children of the Corn feel to it.
Outlander! Get off! Go get him!
George Pullman's ideas have died, along with the demand for luxury train cars, but he is still buried in concrete and steel, so his body won't be desecrated.